After finishing the third content presentation, I realized that I've begun to feel much more comfortable with the whole process, and it started to make sense to me how the connections I was making between the content and how to present it to um, a virtual class or a class that doesn't really exist, but it's still good practice to practice discussing the actual content in a way that children might understand. So I felt like over the course of this semester, doing these content presentations, I've become very comfortable with it, and I've begun to really see the value in just in practicing, making up a lesson and teaching it. The one thing about this particular content presentation that I felt was most important, obviously, was the connecting concept, or where we added another concept. In this case, it was about the angles and right angles of right triangles. Um, I felt like this worked very well. I felt like it flowed very well, and the only thing I thought maybe we could have done differently is maybe had the primary, if it was actually, if we're teaching it in a class, probably the primary thing we would teach first would be that we would switch the order of everything. So we would teach about angles and right triangles and things like that before we went into Pythagorean theorem. Now, in this particular case, I think it still worked out well because it's good. Sometimes it's good to have just to get right into it, and then go over some of the fundamentals after they have an understanding of everything. And it's just again good practice for them. But overall, I think this content presentation went really well, and I definitely have learned a lot from it.